continue on and work on our down whoosher. So let's take wobbler out of solo. And we don't need to mute that. We'll just go down here. And let's just get some room going for ourselves there. Go to down whoosher here. And this time we're going to be using Reason Rack plugin automation to control some parameters in Reason Subtractor. So let's go ahead here and see what we've got. And I'm going to go over to Reason here and get out my down whoosher. There we go. There's the rack for that. And let's see what we're going to be doing here. Here we are going to be controlling, let's show our devices and let's show our subtractor. We're going to be controlling filter 1 cutoff, so we're going to be sweeping that, and we're also going to be controlling the resonance control and automating that as well. Okay, so a couple ways you can do that here in the Reason Rack plugin. One is the stock way that you get at plugin automation for any plugin in Pro Tools that allows automation, and that's right here below where it says auto. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on that, and here you can see where we've got all the parameters that we can choose from. And so there's frequency for filter 1 and resonance for filter 1. We can both add those at the same time. The other way you can get them, if you want, is you can right-click right in the parameter here. I'll have to right-click again. There we go. Enable automation or open plugin automation. It'll get you the same dialog box that we just looked at. Just to be consistent, I'll be doing it from up here where it says auto, which is kind of the stock way to do plugin automation in Pro Tools. Okay, so let's go ahead and find frequency and resonance one more time. Scroll down. There we go. And there we go. Frequency and resonance. Let's get, I'm just holding down my shift key to highlight both of those. Add and OK. Now I've got those there. So let me scoot that out of the way for right now. And now when I click on clips, I'll go down here all the way there. Reason Rack plugin, and there's frequency, and there's resonance. So first I'm going to do frequency, and then I'm going to scroll down here a little bit, make some room. And now I'm going to click the down arrow right here and change where it says velocity to resonance, and I'll be able to work on both of those at the same time. Okay? So here's what I'll be doing, and this is the the PDF you're getting. Again, it's in Microsoft Word. You're looking at it here. But again, I'll be using the pencil tool to draw a line to sweep the filter down. So what I'll be doing with that line is taking the filter and moving it down like that, okay? And then I'll also be using the pencil tool. This time I'll be using the square shape to automate the resonance feature as well. So we'll check and see how that works, okay? All right, so let's go ahead here. And now I'm just going to go ahead and let me go back to, get rid of that triplet, go back to quarter note right there. There we go. And just starting all the way in the top. Oops, wrong tool. There we go, line. All the way to the top, going all the way to the bottom. Okay, that's pretty easy. Okay, and then here, let's see what there we go. And here we are going to use 64th note grid to put in that square wave automation that we've got there. Change my grid to 64th note right there. And let me zoom in so you can see the grids. Here we go. And now I'm going to go ahead, I'll just push right in the middle there. And drag across like that. And let me undo that, Command Z. I'm going to try that again so it's kind of right in the middle of it. Right there. Let's check that out and see how that sounds. Before we do it, let's just do it without that. There we go. So there's the sweep. Now let's put in that automation of the resonance control. There we go. And let's see how that works in Reason Rack. So there's Subtractor. Let's take a look right here. All right. So there we've got our down whoosher done. Let's continue on with our res sweeper. Let's hear what we've got. And while we play it, I'm going to actually drag the Reason Rack window over, and I'm going to do with the mouse what we're going to draw in for the automation to do. Okay, so here we go. Right there, just like that. Just kind of sweep it up and down. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that automation going here for this track. So let's go to Auto. Let's go down to, there we go, right next one down, Res, Filter Resonance. Add that one. Okay, let's go to View That. So Reason Rack plugin, Res, there we go. Scoot that out of the way. Let's grab our pencil tool, the line tool, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get back into eighth note view here, or eighth note grid, rather. Scoot that over, and I'm going to go and draw a triangle right between, in the center, right there, between each one of those long notes. Just like that, right from the top. You can see right to the center, bottom, and working an eighth note grid will just help me lock those pencil moves in right where I want to get them. Oops. There, and one more on that last note right there. And there we go. So let's go ahead and hit play and drag over. And there we go. You can see the automation doing its work and hear the audio effects on Subtractor there in our track. Okay. So that does it for our Res Sweeper.